Alright, I'm back with another part of my Realm of Thrones Giants only playthrough, and last time I asked you all what you thought of us conquering land. Should we do it under the Freefolk banner, or should we do it under our own? And well, it was all decided by pretty much everyone that Ymir, King of the Giants, is too great to serve under the Freefolk. So for that reason, we are going to leave the Freefolk once and for all and start conquering the world under the name of the Giants clan. I did ask as well, if we were to split from the Freefolk, should we end up killing them? But I think for now, no. You know what? We fought side by side with them. They have helped us a lot, and they have got us a lot of gold, so we're not going to go to war with them. Instead, I'm going to split off from the Freefolk, and we're still just going to focus on the Night's Watch being our enemy. The only issue we have is we're not going to be able to storm Castle Black. I recruited the additional giants like I said I would. I grinded some smithing, I farmed some undead wights, and we now have an army of 56. But even then, it'll still be suicide to try and charge through that gate. So instead, this is the plan I have decided. We are going to hunt down Mance Raider because we are going to leave the Freefolk. I'm not going to go to Kingdom and just hit the leave button because they'll all dislike me for abandoning them. We're going to go to Mance, we're going to tell him straight, and we're just going to end our allegiance there. Once we do that, we're going to head to Hardhome. The reason we're going to head to Hardhome is because the only way to get south of the wall is to either march through that gate right there into Castle Black, which as I've already said is a no-go. Our other choice is to sail from Hardhome and hit Eastwatch by the sea. Maybe we can borrow some ships from Mance Raider. We're not looking for a lot. There's only 56 of us. It's not like we're trying to sail an entire army around the wall. But that will be our first target. Once we set up our base of operations here, we can then march down towards Castle Black. Or better still, we could march around Castle Black and hit the other forts. So that's going to be the plan for today. So let's get started. Here I am, traveling across the north, avoiding all the dangers that are lurking in the snow, just to find out this entire time Mance Raider was chilling at Then. So we're going to head to the keep, we're going to talk to Mance, and I wish to be released from my oath. We have served you loyally. I know it was as a mercenary, so you might have thought we were doing it for the money, which we kinda were. But we did put everything we had on the line. We fought the Night's Watch as much as we could, and I think it's only fair that you allow us to be released from our oath. Now we must carry out step 2 of the plan, which is traveling to Hardhome. The only concern I have is, once we commit to this journey, the only place in this game I can get giants is Then. We have quite the distance to travel, but my alternative is to kill the Night's Watch. No, not kill the Night's Watch. Kill the Freefolk and take Then for myself, which is something I've already said I don't really want to do. So we'll have to see how it all plays out. North of the wall can be a dangerous place, and we have been ambushed on our journey. The undead do not rest. They do not stop until everyone has been killed, and we have been ambushed by 350 undead soldiers. We are outnumbered by almost 7 to 1. I know we are the Giants clan, but this is truly terrifying. Alright, Giants. Across the battlefield from us stand 350 undead soldiers. 5 White Walkers. No, 6 White Walkers. And they're heading straight for us, and I've missed again. I think I'm just going to stick with the sword. Forget the javelins for now. Because I have a lot of recruits, a lot of the giants don't have their bows yet. So we're just going to have to stand our ground. The archers are doing great work right now. Alright, infantry. Hold position, men. Hold. Hold. And attack. We're just going to have to slice through them. Thankfully, they're pretty much just born. So with the strength of a giant, we can snap them in half. It's the numbers we fear, the amount of them. And I think that is pretty much it. Right now there's a clobbering going on. There's a big huddle. But I think we've actually taken them down. Have we suffered any casualties, men? Do I see any giants on the floor? I don't think so. All that remains between us and victory is a single White Walker. Imagine if he just re-raises the dead. Although that being said, I don't know how many of them could stand up because we've probably quite literally snapped them in two with our clubs. I mean, look at them. They are just born. There is pretty much nothing left. Well then, I'm not going to say no to that battle loot. We have another of the 20,000 gold helmets. I kept the last one because of its head armor rating, but this one we can sell. We have a rusty version of it, which is still 6,000 gold. We have a few weapons that are worth a couple of thousand each. We're rich, I tell you. We have finally made it to Hardhome. I have sold all of the battle loot we got for defeating those undead soldiers, and we now have 95,000 gold. But because I've committed to the journey to Hardhome, I'm not going to go back to Then and recruit additional giants, because I mean, we could probably recruit 7 or 8 giants, leaving enough gold for us to have a little bit of a buffer. Although that being said, our wages are now nearly 900 gold a day. But now that we have reached Hardhome, it is time to carry out the next step of the plan. The giants must board the boats. And once we get onto the sea, and I mean get onto the sea, I mean literally I just click onto the sea and we're in a boat. We are going to sail down the coast. We are going to go around the wall and we're going to catch the Night's Watch off guard. I don't think anyone will be expecting a fleet of 56 giants to randomly wash up on your shore. But once we reach the shore, we will besiege the castle, we will take down the Night's Watch once more, and we will have land of our own. And we have arrived. To get this war kick-started, we're gonna have to burn down a village or two. But they've all recently been looted, and I can't start the war. There we go, we found a village, we're now gonna burn it to the ground. We'll take hostile action, we'll raid the village, we'll hit continue because this will begin the war. And now we run to Eastwatch by the sea. And now it is time to begin our attack. The only problem we have if we take a look, because there's only 56 of us, it's gonna take a while to build the siege equipment. There are nearly 300 defenders. They are on the verge of starving though. Meanwhile, my group has enough food to last 260 days, so we don't have to worry about that. If we starve the garrison, we'll end up with a militia of 236. We'll have to see how it goes. I don't know what siege equipment I'm going to need. The only concern is they will have catapults, and I don't think I'll be able to make catapults of my own quick enough to destroy theirs. As you can see, they're on the verge of building one already, and hold on. Ulf? What do you want, Ulf? I'm trying to take Eastwatch here. Well, it looks like we find ourselves on the battlefield facing Ulf once more, and the garrison has sallied out to join him. So if we take those out, we won't have to starve them. I don't think it'll make much of a difference anyway. But hopefully we don't lose any giants in this battle, because for every giant we lose, we're probably going to have to retreat, and I can't afford to do that. Not after we've committed this far. And we are ready to face the enemy. I have elder giants to my left. I have archers to my right. Everyone now has a bow because everyone leveled up after defeating the undead army. I'm going to hold fire for the moment. The enemy are in the trees. It makes it difficult to hit them. But as soon as they come out of the trees, we have a nice open field. And now it is time to eliminate the Night's Watch once and for all, men. And look at that devastation. I'm starting to wonder whether the arrows have like penetrating abilities or whether they just insta-kill. Because the amount of kills we're getting, you'd swear that they went through one guy and pierced about 5 behind him or something. But either way, this army has been absolutely massacred. I don't think Ulf knew what hit him. It is time to lead the assault. We have built a battering ram to tear down the front gate. They have built 3 catapults and a ballista. It's like I feared. It takes us so long to build any kind of equipment that they can recover instantly, so there's no point in building catapults of our own. The garrison is gone after they decided to sally out and face us on the battlefield. So I guess there is only one thing left to do. It is time for Ymir, king of the giants, to secure land for his people and take down the Night's Watch. Alright men, I am gonna need you to go in a loose formation. There are 3 catapults firing at us. They may destroy our battering ram, and the battering ram will most likely definitely be destroyed. Especially after that initial artillery fire. We have the giants firing back. We're going to try and kill as many as we can from a distance. Just hang in there, men. Brace for impact. We do not fear little rocks. Is that the best you have to offer? Well, my battering ram is about to get destroyed. I'm trying to hide behind cover, but because I'm a giant, the cover isn't exactly the best. Yeah, I'm good. Good job we have that 50 armor helmet, eh? Without that helmet that I don't look like I'm wearing, we would take a lot of damage if I was to get shot in the head right now. But instead, the giants are firing at the enemy. We're taking them down slowly. Friendly fire? Who just shot me in the back? Forwards, men! Forwards! I'm surprised at how efficient giant archers are, considering giants probably shouldn't be known for their archery skills, but these guys are. We have now lost our ram, so I think we have no choice but to scale the ladders. Lads, you may as well charge. There's no point standing there taking rocks to the face. It may intimidate the enemy, but it will eventually get you killed. As for the ladders, I'm trying to lift it up. I don't know if they'll be able to support our weight. But if you look at the front of the castle right now, it's looking like a pincushion with the amount of ballista bolts from the giants. Well, it is time to oh, really, lads? Really, with your weight, you allowed the ladder to get pushed over? And you just threw him outside the castle. That's one way to kill a man. You just tossed him off the walls of his own castle. And we're in. It's only a militia, so we should be able to cut through them. It shouldn't take too much effort. You know what needs to be done, men. You know what needs to be done. It is clobbering time. I'm having some difficulty working my way through the enemy shields. It's the downside to having a sword. I think the giant clubs break through defenses, so I don't even think you can block the swing. This is going to be a repeat of all the other battles. The giants will be on hundreds of kills, and I'll have about 4. Alright, lads, you can stop friendly firing me, alright? Oh, hold on, maybe it wasn't friendly fire. I'm sure one of the messages that popped up was friendly fire. Where do you think you're going, my friend? No one leaves this castle alive, I'm afraid. No one leaves alive. And just like that, the Giants clan have taken land of their own. I don't know if we suffered any casualties. Apparently not. And I told you the Giants will end up killing 200 odd while I end up with 10. I can see now why Giants can only be recruited in one area of the map and why they're 10,000 gold each. They are basically broke in this mod. Having a giant army, even only having 56 soldiers, has basically made me unstoppable. We will now have to wait inside the castle for a little while, mainly for the stats to sort itself out, and to wait and see what the enemy bring. I know the Night's Watch are not going to allow us to take this castle unpunished, and they'll soon arrive with an army of their own to retake it. Well, I said we would need to wait here because the Night's Watch won't allow this act to go unpunished and they will soon rally an army to retake it. But it has been a few days now and there is no sign of anyone coming to take it. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. It seems a little too quiet. We have enough gold for now that we can afford to just hide out. But soon we may have to sail back to Hardhome to sell some battle loot or something. And like I mentioned earlier, the only place we can get giants is Then, so we're not going to get any reinforcements anytime soon. We are truly alone on this side of the wall now, but we have committed to it, so we're going to have to just suck it up and hopefully we can come out the victor. I knew they would come sooner or later for their lost castle, although I have to say I'm disappointed by the army they've assembled. Less than 200 soldiers. Is that it? Is that all you have brought to battle? We're going to go with my classic setup of 3 ballistas. Nope, 3 catapults and a single ballista. We're going to join the defenses, but surprisingly, because we've managed the loyalty well, the militia is willing to fight side by their new giant overlords. I cannot complain at that. I thought they might have abandoned us, you know. After all, we are outsiders. We have come from the other side of the wall, but instead, we have turned around their opinion of us, and they're willing to die by our side. A joyous occasion, you hear a passing merchant shout, "Clear the road coming through, we have precious cargo en route for the twins." Oh no. Could this be it? Something interesting may happen at this wedding. This does mean though, if the events continue as they are, it won't be too much longer before Stannis marches north and kills Mance Rayder. He's already lost at Blackwater. The wedding is going to take place where the north will soon fall. And that's more like it. That's what I expected. An additional army of 600 Night's Watch soldiers have shown up to retake their castle. Well then, now we truly have a battle on our hands. I have managed to make a single catapult and a ballista. The enemy, meanwhile, are just going to use the ladders, nothing else. Which is a bit of an interesting tactic, knowing we have giants that could potentially insta-kill you. Alright, soldiers. Battle positions, men. Battle positions. If we stand as one, we will take down the enemy. I can just about fit through the doorway. I think my ballista is on this roof here. And right now, the enemy are getting absolutely slaughtered. Hand me the ballista, my friend. Or not. I can't see the damn thing. Right, hold on. If I go into first person, can I then? Okay, no. I still can't see the ballista to man it myself. Well then, it looks like I'm not going to be using that. The clobbering has already taken place. The enemy are already attempting to scale the ladders. I have some rocks here that I will put to good use. And hold on, we're suffering casualties. Are these the giants or are these the militia? If it's the militia, it makes sense. If it's the giants, then we've got some trouble. There are about 800 Night's Watch soldiers, and at this rate, I'm about to do absolutely nothing. I tried dropping a rock on their heads, but instead they managed to shoot it out of my hands. I'm trying to assist the men at the ladders, but there's no room for me. Why are some of the men rotating? Has the left side fallen? Or I have giants over there. Surely the giants have not fallen in battle. It looks like a few of them are on the ladder and outside the castle. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. But either way, we have defeated the Night's Watch. They were no match for us. The enemy are fleeing. We have absolutely obliterated them. We're going to have to take a look at the casualties, but I'm hoping it was the militia that died. Let's take a look here. We did lose 11 giants. This is truly devastating. Before this battle, we had only lost 1 giant this entire series, and now we have 11 lost in one battle, a further 17 wounded. We have taken down 800 enemy soldiers, which is great, but it was an expensive battle. We must now rest up and recover our wounded, and then we're gonna have to plan our next move. We can't sit inside this castle forever hoping the war will just come to an end. We are gonna have to take action. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what we can do, but we're gonna have to do something. I mean, if we take a look here, if you open up the clan, we could end up going to, if we take a look, I believe Joe Mormont might still be the leader of the Night's Watch if he's not dead. But he is in prison. Okay, so he's not dead yet, but we still can't send him any communication. Hopefully, once he's been freed from his captivity, we could send him a raven and maybe we could negotiate a temporary peace, give us time to rebuild and strengthen our forces, and then when they least expect it, we will launch a full-scale attack on Castle Black. That's the plan anyway. Will it play out like that? Most likely not. Will we get driven out of this castle and have to retreat back north? Most likely. But that battle showed that as good as the giants are, we are not invincible, but we did still take down 800 of them. So we may not be invincible, but we're still pretty badass. But that is going to be it for this part. If you have any suggestions on what our next action should be, let me know. But as always, a big thank you to the Gwaggles members for your continued support. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, see ya.